walk into the store with a gleam in my eye. Books stacked so high they reach for the sky. Classics and mysteries, oh what a delight. History whispers in the dead of night. A deal on Dickens, who could resist? A stack of Austen, warmly kissed. Golden Age crime tales twist and turn. Every page a treasure to learn. Books keep coming home with me. Piles so tall, they're all I see. Turn a page and sail the sea. Reading always feels so free.
Hi, my name is Talia. Welcome to Talia Nerds Out. This is my second of who knows how many videos that I'm going to record tonight/early this morning. As I mentioned in my previous video, we have had snow, so I get affected by the weather, hence the really dark glasses. I had a headache and light sensitivity yesterday, and in order to increase my chances of making it through these videos, I decided probably the best thing to do was to wear my darker glasses this time. But I also wanted to get several videos out because we are supposed to get even more snow, and I don't know when I will next feel up to putting up more videos. I will try to space these out a little bit better than I did the ones right before Christmas. I was trying to get those out before Christmas. These, I don't really have any hurry, so I'll probably release them spread out by a couple days or so. Just so that way it gives me more of an opportunity to feel up to recording again whenever that happens to be. So first off, yes, I have Christmas. These are my Christmas acquisitions book haul, but I want to cover one that is not, a particularly Christmas one right now. I have been getting increasingly more frustrated with my little Color Oxford dictionary. I'm sorry, this is the source. Where's the dictionary? Okay, I don't know where the actual dictionary went. So, I'm not sure where my actual dictionary went, but I have a small Oxford dictionary as well, even though this is actually the source. I must have put that one in the other room. Anyway, I was getting increasingly more frustrated with my Oxford dictionary, and I very, very rarely use the actual thesaurus. So I was like, okay, I need to just make a trade. These are both very small. They're supposed to be pocket. Just, they aren't working for me. So I'm going to trade in my small Oxford thesaurus and Oxford dictionary. And I got a paperback because my hardcover one was just too heavy for me to use with any consistently. I got a paperback Oxford English Dictionary. Now, I was under the impression that there's also, they do have thesaurus aspects to this. So I think, I believe it gives me, let me see. Okay, it does not appear to add in a thesaurus, so I might keep the thesaurus and just get rid of the dictionary instead. Well, that's good because the thesaurus is in worse shape than the dictionary. So I'll keep my Oxford thesaurus, and then I have my newer Oxford dictionary. But my small Oxford dictionary, I was constantly finding that it would not have the words I was looking for. And I compared the number of words that they had versus the number of words that this one has, and it was significantly less. So once I found out this one wasn't too heavy, I picked up this one. I'll put my other one up on Thrift Books in order to trade it in for free book points, which for me works very well. I think it's actually free book credit. You get the actual full-on credit, which works for me best. So I'm very happy with this. I got it on sale, new actually on sale, which I was very happy with. So I have my thesaurus, my dictionary, and I also have, because I'd like to have the American version as well, and I managed to get a really good sale on the Oxford English, the paperback Oxford American desk dictionary, which is also supposed to be quite light, but still have all the words that I'll need. That's coming in today. So I'm looking forward to having a better selection of words to look up, because yes, I know I can go online, but I kind of fall down the rabbit hole when I get online. I'd like to just pull out a physical dictionary and do it that way so I can then go back to my reading. And I will keep also my little Merriam-Webster's, and I have a writer's dictionary, writers and editors dictionary. That's a little small one. I have a little itty bitty, it's either a Merriam-Webster's or Oxford's dictionary biography. And then I have a nice Oxford dictionary of world history. So I've got a nice little collection of reference books that make me happy. Speaking of reference books that make me happy, my mom and dad ended up picking up for me for Christmas this Oxford Dictionary of Word Histories. So life stories of over 12,000 words, which should be quite fun. And sorry, not going to look through this right now because I'll fall down in the rabbit hole. So this will be quite fun and fit very nicely in my reference section on my desk. And apparently I'm gathering an Oxford reference collection. Now this is going to fit very nicely next to my Tolkien companion. And I don't think this is on my list, so I think on my Amazon wish list. So I think my mom just was like, oh, this will be fun for her. So this is The Languages of Tolkien's Middle-earth, a complete guide to all 14 of the languages Tolkien invented. Now, fun fact, a friend of mine, when I was a kid, we used to write like letters to each other in runes, just kind of taking the individual letters, not the way that Tolkien would have intended it, but like using almost as a code. And we would do the elven runes for that. Now, I couldn't tell you now. I'd have to go and look at it and see whether we were using, Sindarin versus whatever. But we had fun with it. I actually have hanging from my door, she made me a little, she embroidered for me like this little pillow that could hang off this nice little pretty string, and it had Sam written in elfin runes that she had embroidered it there. And Sam was my character that I would write when we write letters. I would write as Sam, and she would go as Legolas. Typical kid stuff. But my little pillow says Sam, and it still hangs from my door, my little embroidered pillow. But anyway, I'm all rambly today. The Languages of Tolkien's Middle-earth. That should be, just sort of a fun thing with pronunciation. Just with me currently reading Tolkien's, it's called Ring of Words, Tolkien and Oxford English Dictionary. Some of this is going to be somewhat familiar to what is being talked about in there. But yeah, this will be fun. I haven't really looked through this too much. A lot of it looks like definitions. There's the dictionary itself. We also have his Lines of Kings, Language of the Hobbits, of the Rohirrim. That was something that was kind of fun, was that I guess the Rohr, R-H-O-R, that first part of Rohirrim. Yeah, R-O-H-I-R. Apparently that has something to do with horses, and that was related to Norse, if I remember correctly, from Tolkien, the Oxford English Dictionary, that book. Because everything that he did with the Rohirrim was very focused. He had a definite idea in mind with what he was doing there. But yeah, sorry, rambly. Now these are my fun more literature-based books. So the first one of these, I had mentioned a couple of videos back when I was looking at the back of one of my Agatha Christie books, examination of her as an author. One of the books had a whole list of different books looking at different older mystery writers. And I kind of fell down this rabbit hole of looking at all these titles like, oh, I really need to look into these. Well, I used some of my thrift book credits to pick up those books. So this one is actually a lot smaller than I anticipated. Philo Vance, The Life and Times of S.S. Van Dyne. Now, I've tried to read a Philo Vance book. I tried to read it on Hoopla. I found it a bit challenging in that particular format. They had all the footnotes at the end, and I wasn't able to click, or it was at the end of the chapter, and I wasn't able to click on the number to take me back there. I'm hoping if I was to actually get one of the books on Kindle, actually I think I might have one, maybe it'll be a little bit easier. Otherwise, I'm going to have to read his books in physical form because I found it rather cumbersome to attempt to read. Then this one is Dimensions of Detective Fiction, and it looks like it covers a whole bunch of different authors. Edgar Allan Poe, Dashiell Hammett. Some of these names I don't know. I do know of Mary Roberts Reinhardt, Agatha Christie. Some of the names I expect to find here aren't here. Oh, there's Rex Stout. So quite a few people in here. That just seems like it'd be interesting for the scope that it's going to cover. Then this one, and I have quite a few of these books, of these novels that I intend to read, I just haven't gotten around to it. The Ellery Queen books. So this is Royal Bloodline, Ellery Queen, author and detective. And I don't think this is referring like just to the magazine, because that's how I first became aware of Ellery Queen. I always have trouble saying that name. I always want to add an extra L in there. Ellery Queen. But his novels are they're actually two cousins who wrote together, are a different animal than the magazine that was written in their character's name. But yeah, I look forward to reading this. I honestly know nothing about his novels or their novels other than the fact that it's a pair of cousins that wrote, and they were also part of the detection club. And their, main protagonist is Ellery Queen. Ellery Queen, yes. Okay, that is saying it right. I still want to add another L. This one is Detective Novel in Britain, 1914 to 1940. Right up my alley. A little bit of an old book smell. Now, I probably would not read Dashiell Hammett's work. It seems like it's a little bit too pulp fiction for my taste, but I am perfectly interested in reading about his writing style because I do love a good examination of an author's writing. And I might at least read one of his novels just so I can see what they're referring to in this book. And then the final two books are actually author biographies. I was so excited when Thrift Books had this for a good price because I want to say I found it like for close to half price, and I was able to still get it on my gift card. This is available on Amazon for like 20 some bucks. I got at least half of that on Thrift Books in really great shape. So Edgar Allan Poe, His Life and Legacy. So I've been wanting to learn more about Poe for a while. I was disappointed at the book that I wanted on Dostoevsky still is not down enough in price for me to pick up, and I can't find a good used copy anywhere. But at least I have been able to find this one for a good price. And then the other one, which was also actually this was kind of hard to find, but I did eventually find a good price for it, because this is the only biography of Father Ronald Knox. and it's written by fellow author and friend Evelyn Wow. And yeah, I have been wanting to learn a little bit more about Father Ronald Knox. I discussed it when I was talking about the Detection Club book a few videos back. It was The Golden Age of Murder. And I just realized I don't know a whole ton about Father Ronald Knox other than the name, and that he is the one who jokingly put together the decalogue of the rules for the Detection Club that Dorothy L. Sayers put into a joking sort of ceremony that people had to vow to uphold these rules. And I keep meaning to type up the little ceremony, including the curse at the end that if they didn't follow the rules, may all their books have issues, and may they run into all these terrible things as authors if they just don't keep to the decalogue. It's really funny, and I just want to type it out and kind of like have it laminate on somewhere on my desk just because it cracks me up so much. But anyway, yes, Father Ronald Knox, apparently he lived quite an interesting life. I wanted to say that it says in the back here that he was a translator of the Bible. What else did they say here? I want to say they said he was some sort of representative of the Pope. Here we go, yeah. Fellow of Trinity College, Oxford, and Pronotary Apostolic to His Holiness Pope Pius XII, which is kind of funny because I went through a couple videos ago about my stash of Pope Pius XII books as well. But yeah, that is my rambling video on this particular book haul. And stay tuned for the last part of the book haul. Thank you very much, and you have a blessed day. Bye.
Second-hand aisles, oh how they call. Paperbacks line my bedroom wall. Hardcovers with stories, brawny and tall. Book halls keep me enthralled. Shakespeare's sonnets make my heart sing. Epic tales of knights in a ring. Fitzgerald's dreams and Hemingway's might make every lonely night feel bright. Books keep coming home with me. Piles so tall, they're all I see. Turn a page and sail the sea. Reading always feels so free.